was
Hi.
It's Cougar Talk. We're back from our vacation.
I forgot how catchy that intro is. It's been a while. I'm like sitting here like dancing.
Yes, and we are here with the lovely Veronica
Woo!
Thank you for having me.
Oh,
Yes,
I'm so excited.
Eden. We met Veronica back at *𝗧𝗦𝗚𝗚 in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, yep. I got my signed book right here.
You.
Exciting.
I have mine upstairs, my little Ziploc bag. I'm like a weirdo. I have to Ziploc all my signed books. There's Ziplocs on the shelves.
I love
They're
that.
so
That's good.
cute.
That's smart. Then keep them, nice and pristine. I am that way too. I am not a dog ear. I am any scrappy piece of paper is a bookmark.
You don't know.
Mine will stay very beautiful on my bookshelf, but no, it's not in a plastic bag. Sorry, you type A people.
I'm not even a type A. I don't know. I'm like, I go to like the worst case scenario of what could happen. I don't know.
Yeah, but I feel like now I know people where if something happened, I could be like, hey, Veronica.
Yeah.
I didn't know about
that definitely helps me.
There was a flood.
My dog is happy.
Oh my gosh, y'all! I heard the funniest joke on TikTok. Right? Okay. So speaking of flood, so whether you're religious or not, this is hilarious. So they were talking about, they're like, I thought God promised He would not send another flood, and then somebody commented, I feel like the melting iceberg is a loophole.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, I was like, oh, I was just so fascinated with the creativity. I think that was a loophole with the melting iceberg.
I love TikTok. This is why I spent hours there.
No, the comments on TikToks are like the best thing ever. The comments. It's the comment section that gets me.
So like my husband sends me daily amounts of TikToks, even though we're in the same house and the same only on the other side of the door while I'm in the office.
Yes.
I go through them at the end of the day and he's like, okay, so which one had the best comments? And I'm always going through and I'm looking at the comments.
No. My husband usually sends me the TikToks like when I'm in one room and he's in the bathroom. And it's like,
yeah, exactly. That's new facet of married life is now TikTok.
Yeah. When you get TikToks from them in the bathroom.
Oh, my husband refuses to get the app, so I will sit and make him like look at my phone, like look at this one.
He's like, oh, wait, you gotta watch this one too. Wait.
You watch this one. I sent this one to Gail. You gotta read. You gotta listen to it.
No, so speaking of TikToks, so okay, we don't talk about Bruno. They're saying it blew up from TikTok, and it is like
that all day.
Yes, it is like streaming. It's like in the top of the charts. Yes, and I'm so excited because I'm like everybody's into Disney. But
as they should be. It's a Disney soundtrack.
Yes, and it's so good. But it's like talking about, like TikTok is like a game changer also for all that, right?
Like across the board.
Yes. And so like it's first time Disney's been like streaming and like on Spotify and everywhere and all this stuff. So, and that's so great. Of course, I love the song too. We don't talk about it. But I am living for the Sims. The people, the fan art of Bruno, y'all. Like, I am living for this life.
I mean, like that one, I can see it, but then the other one where he's just like I don't know.
It's so good. Like all the fan art.
So I was like in fandom for a long time. My like start in writing was actually like through like fan fiction, and Tumblr just does its thing. They find a little sad boy to love on, and Tumblr takes that and just elevates.
Yeah. Which I kind of had a thing for Bruno when I first watched it. There was something I was kind of like, huh. And I think it's because, did anybody watch Phantom of the Opera, or have you seen the Broadway, the movie?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So I'll never forget in college when I was watching the movie with Gerard Butler. And I was like, ooh. And my friend, she'd always seen the Broadway one first. I think that makes a difference too. Like she'd seen the Broadway. She's like, no, this is creepy. Creepy. No, you don't like the Phantom. Like, he's manipulating her. He's living in the walls and in the dungeon. Like, no, Crystal, it's creepy. Oh, sorry, that's my real name, Crystal. And she's like,
but villain love. But we love a villain.
And I was so into it. Like, I'm like,
you're like, go there, go to that dungeon.
Yes, take me down. I want to go in the boat. I want the steam coming around me. I want the candles coming up. Like, I was all about it. And even when I went and saw the Broadway version, I'm like, okay, so it is a little bit creepier in the Broadway one, but I was still into it. Like, the Phantom can sing, y'all. The Phantom can sing, and I kind of liked how obsessed he was with her. I'm like, that's me. Like,
so Bruno living in the walls
every time.
Yeah. So Bruno's living in the wall is a turn on for you.
I think it is, and I think it goes back to my Phantom love. Like, I have a type: men who lurk in walls.
Stalkers. I love it.
Yeah, stalkers.
I love it.
To be fair, my husband was really the quiet type too, and so we worked at a restaurant together, and he would just kind of lurk around, like he wouldn't really talk.
You're just living your trope life over there.
Yeah. You should be like, you just like wear half a mask, or
Dude, no, I totally asked him if he would wear a mask and a cape, and he would not go for it. So maybe I can get him to do Bruno. What is this, like a little poncho thing? Like,
yeah, and some sandals.
like maybe I could get him to.
Yeah, spoiler alert too for anyone who hasn't seen Cocktail yet.
It's been out a few weeks now.
Oh, that is.
But if you're Katie Ray, you haven't watched it yet, so.
Oh, I thought she was gonna watch it. So yeah, maybe I did do a spoiler there.
I'm just joking. I don't think anyone really cares.
So I was Googling. When I was Googling, I Googled Veronica Eden. Did you know there's a Marvel character with the same name?
I did find that out. I don't actually know a lot about her because as far as comics go, I'm more of like a DC person.
Superman.
But yeah, but I did know that because when I was first starting out and I like was making my my social media and everything, I like looked in the tag because Veronica's not my real name, so this is a pen name. So like I was looking in the hashtag,
just kidding.
Like okay, let me make sure like I've got this hashtag unlocked, and then there are like a whole bunch of posts that are older, and so every now and again like that'll pop up in my feed because I like follow the hashtag. So every now and again I'm like, yeah, that's cool, that looks cool.
When I first saw it,
well, she looks badass. Yeah,
she's got like some awesome because me and Ashton got a little animated thing of us.
Oh, fun, yeah.
And so then I saw this of you, and I was like, man, she's badass. And I was like, oh, this is Marvel, but still so cool. Dude, you could totally pass this off as you. Like,
it's not pink hair. I did my original author photos are with pink hair.
Yeah.
Again, because pen name, I didn't want anyone to find me.
I thought it was just you, and you had a little cup of coffee and about to go write some words and kick ass. And I was like, man.
Yeah. Then she was like, where can I get one of those for me?
Oh, Stevie! Stevie's here. Hi, Stevie.
Oh, hi, Stevie.
She said she always coming in on the most awkward conversations.
That is Cougar Talk. We are just awkward.
Yeah. It's coming. So, okay. So, speaking of Veronica, your... Oh, actually, real quick, did you notice how smooth I'm transitioning now? I've kind of got
I see that up there. It's a new year. It's a new us.
I've got tabs. not separate windows. Anyways. Okay, so I feel like such a failure. Look at how
I know. Look at those highlights. Look how nicely they're decorated.
So to be fair, I was telling you earlier, my background is in wedding photography, and before that, I was a graphic designer for a long, long time, and I did small business branding. So it helps out a lot getting the marketing foot off the ground.
Amazing.
Like okay, gotta have all the branding.
Yeah. Look at this.
Brand colors. Although I did start the events one after Shameless, and I still have not had time to give that one a nice little cover.
Look at this. It's like all so neat. My Instagram's like a jumbled up mess. Look,
I know. Mine too.
I'll be like, oh, I'm just gonna post this. Or
I say, well, even look for her teasers with like the nice like little quotes from her book, and they're all right there. There's one. I love those. Every time I see something, I'm like, I love it.
I do all that because it was my background, so it makes life easy to do that. Unless I'm on deadline, and then I'm wearing too many hats.
It's like all so neat and beautiful and on point. Like, I love it so much.
Well, little. It's beautiful.
It is. It's so beautiful. Like I just want to go delete my Instagram and start over. And like inspired by Veronica Eden.
Honestly, I feel like I like want to like erase everything all the time and just fresh start it. But
like,
I mean, now I've got it like where I want it. So like all like the things with like the gold coming down and stuff, I just made myself like I went in Photoshop and like made my background and then spliced it up with a splice tool. But they sell those on Canva. You can do you look up I think it's called like Instagram like puzzle feed. Something like that on Canva, and you can find like a little like themed background, so you just pop the photos in.
Yeah,
it makes life so much easier.
Gatlinburg, I love Gatlinburg.
We went for a family friend's wedding. It was like the first time I got to see my family and like hug my parents in like 2 years, my brothers and everything, because COVID. But so my husband and I originally are from New Jersey, so all of our family lives up there. We just went there for 2 weeks for Christmas. We live in Jacksonville, Florida, so we got to go and drive up. We took our dog with us and everything. So we went and got this crazy cabin up in the smoke in the it's like outside of Gatlinburg, 𝗧𝗢𝗡𝗧𝗦ville.
Oh,
okay. It's Sevierville, but anyway, it was like 20 minutes outside of Gatlinburg, and like freaking loved it. Like got to like write every morning with coffee on a real like rocking chair, like on the porch, like looking out at mountains with like this, the fog like coming in.
Yes, Gatlinburg.
Pretty.
It's gorgeous. I love Gatlinburg. Yeah.
I gotta take a vacation.
It is. I was saying to friends like on the way home, like on the drive, I was like, this is the perfect spot for like a writer's retreat. Like, come up, rent a cabin. The prices were fantastic. Wine in the hot tub every night, and the views were so good.
Gatlinburg is also so great. They have one of those Sunline diners. And I'm all about those 50s diners. Like I am all about, like I fall for a gimmick like no other. The easier it is, I will eat it up. They have a car in the diner, y'all. There's a car.
Cute.
It's a booth.
That is really cute.
They have milkshakes. And
did you go over to Disney Springs when we were all down in Shameless?
No. Wait.
We drove through it.
Yeah, we did.
They next time you're there, there's this like oyster house called the Boathouse, and they have this cute little. There's a car table. It's like a little blue Cadillac with like the wings in the back, and then there was a boat table, so you could like sit like at like the had like a little like one of those like 1912 like little speeders that you'd seen like James Bond. That was cool too.
I want all of that.
Yeah.
Like that is what I'm all about. Okay, and so not only is her Instagram like flawless, look at her website.
Oh, I'm sure her website. Oh, yep, fantastic.
Oh, I know, and your covers. I love your covers.
Thank you. I do those too.
like you're so talented.
So you do like your crests and all that kind of stuff too. That's all you think of.
So the crest I grabbed off. Like I don't like always like make them completely from scratch. Like if there's stock that's like existing, I'll like go and like get the vector and like edit the vector. I think for the really the full one, for this one, for the crows one, I ended up having to hold on. This isn't even the full one, but I took about like 4 different pieces of heraldic crest to like make like there's like lions on the side and stuff, and like kind of Frankenstein it all together. But
cool.
For the most part, I try to, especially because like with a series, like I always want it to have like branding to like like make it look like the series, like cohesively like goes together. So I'm always looking for stuff like that.
Cool.
There. So I had to like Frankenstein that thing together off of like 4 different pieces that I found on stock.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good. And I love merch.
I have so much fun. Is that sometimes like I do art as like a hobby, so like I need to have that when like my brain is just like not about words right now. So like I need to have like a day to just be like, okay, I'm gonna make teasers today. I'm gonna do this, and like while I'm doing that, then it like helps me like unblock whatever's going on. It's like my like depression walk, like to just kind of like get it out of my head and like stop the screen for a little bit, for looking at the words, just be like, okay, I'm just gonna make something fun that just like. It's like another way I like approach my characters to be able to like just represent them graphically. Helps me figure out like, oh, okay, Colt needs to have this happen next book.
Yes. I love it. You're very talented.
And look, I love this. Do you like infrequent emails? I love that. I love it.
I think I got that from Mark Dawson's. I took one of his, not the one where it's like if you know nothing, like get set up, that not that one. I can't remember what it's called, but the ads one, it was in one of the ads things to be like, how do you set up like your newsletter things, and that was one of the like tips for like wording it. And I was like, yeah, because I unsubscribe or delete everything that goes in my inbox, so I know that as if I'm getting that kind of stuff and deleting it, I don't want to be junking up my readers' inbox.
Yeah, I love that. No, I love that wording. That's so good. Oh, I love that. That's so beautiful.
Yeah.
And that one, Devil on the Lake.
I know, right?
That's cool.
I'm so glad that one came together. I like really had a vision of like making sure that like I wanted to have like the Haskell and everything.
Yeah.
It came together, thankfully.
I love it.
Love that. I like this too.
I didn't do those ones. When I first started this pen name, I was only gonna write 𝗓𝗏 reverse harem.
Okay.
That was all I was gonna write, and then the Sinners and Saints boys kicked my brain door in, so they took over life. But I do have that. That's like a sample of a book that I have like half written.
Yeah, I want to see this.
I'm going back to paranormal this year, so I have that is a reverse harem paranormal that'll be coming out in June. I can't give away too much about it yet because the blurb hasn't revealed yet, but I am so excited. The first scene that I wrote for it is a very steamy scene. So that's,
I love it.
I can just tell you all you need to know about the book.
I can already tell that it's going to be such a good cover. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm trying so hard to peel that paper.
So pretty.
Maybe if I click it harder.
It also has I'll send it to you after, but it also has a really killer special edition cover that my friend Ashley from Ashton's Bellicor did, and I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Oh yeah, Ashley does amazing stuff too.
Like killer stuff. Like she always knocks it out of the park. And she happened to have one that like perfectly like fit that vibe, and I was just like, I need that, so I'm just gonna take that off your hands. Thanks.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love your website. I love everything, and I'm excited to hear about paranormal coming back.
Yes. It's actually my home. So like my debut was a male paranormal romance, like mystery suspense with ghosts and stuff. So that I did in like 2019, and I like have missed paranormal because like it's my home. It's like what I've always written, and the bullies just the villains and the bullies and the bad boys, they just came for the brain, and they were like, no, it's our turn first. But I'm so excited to get back to them. Today I was working on a shifter duet that I was outlining because I've been dying to get these shifter books out that I have. I have the covers done and everything. Like they took over my life too.
Yeah,
all my characters do. But I'm really excited to get back to PNR, especially because like I was kind of polling my readers to be like, hey, so for some of you who've been here since the beginning, you know that this was the original plan. Obviously, we've kind of skewed from that path a little bit. But are we
willing to go back?
Well, I kind of want my readers be like, I've never tried PNR, but I like your stuff, so I'm going to try it. And I'm like, yes, okay.
Yeah.
I've got recommendations after you're done with mine.
I love it.
Welcome to the dark side. Would you guys ever write PNR, or have you written PNR?
No, but I want to.
Yeah.
But right now, it's like my escape since because it's kind of like after I write so much of a certain genre, I'm like, I don't even want to read this.
On the same way, I've been on like a 7-month shifter kick. It's all I'm reading. I don't read. I'm rare unless it's like an arc from like a friend. I have not been dipping into other things.
Yeah, so I really love, and I have a lot of. Honestly, you would probably think I would write paranormal romance because I have so much books, and a lot of my favorite authors are PNR. I don't know. Right now, it's just my escape.
Yeah,
like, I like to be able to read it and just.
So it's like your little like safe haven. You don't want to like dip into it because then as soon as you do, it's hard to separate. Like, okay, am I going to read this for marketing research or am I going to read this for pleasure?
Yeah,
so hard to turn off.
Yes, right now it is all pleasure.
I say that's kind of how I am too. Like I love to read it, and I'll definitely be checking out yours. I'm so nervous to try it because I feel like it's such building like world, and I get scared and nervous. I wouldn't want to like ruin it for somebody if they're like, this is not what happen, So I like get nervous. I'm not there to write it yet, but I love reading it.
Yeah, I think you should try it because I don't think writing it's any different than writing contemporary. It's all because you build a contemporary world too. If you think about it, you build the characters, you build their problems, you build their conflicts. There's just a little bit of extra upgrades.
Yeah, purring blue aliens that I love.
Yeah,
but I could never think of that on my own.
See, I think aliens would be so fun to write.
That would be fun. I have written them as like fan fiction, but I've never written them as like actual like published fiction. But it is like I enjoy the upgrades. The upgrades are fun.
Yes.
Like I said, all the extra steamy.
I think vampires will always be my favorite. I love them vamps, man.
Yeah, they're a classic.
Yeah, so good.
I really get stuck on the rejected mates. I don't know why. That's like one of my favorite. I don't know why. It's one of my favorite things I try to find.
I love it. That's what the one I was working on today is going to be a rejected mate story. And I'm so excited.
When you get arcs ready, I'm going to be like, sorry.
Yeah. I'm so excited. But it's going to be a little bit of a twist because I feel like I see mostly. I don't want to talk about it too much yet because I woke up this morning. Plotting it. I'll tell you more details later, but it's going to be like a slight twist on the trope because I feel like I see mostly one thing, which I love reading it. Haven't thought of a story that like suits like the actual like what's mostly going out there, but this one's like a slight twist on it that is like a little bit less.
We'll chat after. I gotta know now. I love it. All right.
It's got a Pinterest board. It has titles. It has the cover start. Like this took over my day today. I was supposed to be writing bonus scenes for my box set, and it just snowballed.
Sometimes you just gotta write where the characters are. So I mean, that's just where you at.
And see, also dragons are really good. I didn't start getting into dragons.
Love dragon shifters. There's this hilarious. It's so like sweet but like sexy but funny. Male shifter like dragon shifter series. I think it's called. Oh, it's been years since I read it, but I think Piper Scott wrote it, and it's so funny, and it's kind of like Omegaverse a little bit. So there's like Mpreg in it, but like the dragons are so funny. They're like hoarders, so they like love their gold and stuff and their treasures.
Yes, I love that.
They all have treasure rooms, and it's so funny how like and clever how she like took like that idea of that kind of myth and turned it into like a person. Like
I love
highly recommend checking it out. It's so funny.
It's like every time I see something with a dragon, I'm just like, oh my gosh. And they always have the coolest covers.
Yes.
They have the coolest covers.
They do.
About like these dragon shifters. They've always got cool eyes. They're always hot. Temperature and physical features.
Rally. Gotta have
yes. And then it's just something about like they turn into a dragon and they have like their little nest with like all their gold. And like it's a big deal if they take it there. I'm all into it. Or they
love it.
Bait.
I love it. Also, like P&R covers in general are just like they're so pretty. Like they're complete works of art. Of course, I love contemporary covers. Of course, like especially everything going on now with like abstract covers. They're beautiful. They're stunning. I want to frame them on my walls. But there's just something about P&R covers that, like, when one comes across my feed, I'm just like, I stop and stare at it because I'm just like, wow, like.
Yeah, they're just eye catching. Like you see them right away.
Yeah, I love it. I can't wait to see your covers. I'm so excited.
I was like, I just want to hear all of it. I can't wait.
Yeah, I have to be careful because I'll just info dump all of it and I'll be like, oh, I haven't even told my VA about this one yet.
You're like, oh, we're in my group. Oops.
I like forget that it's like live and that we're not just.
Veronica's gonna start getting like all these alerts come up.
I know. Her PA, be quiet. You're not going on this show ever again.
See, I'm bad. You just get me talking and I'll just info dump it all. I'll be like, oh yeah, this and this and this is coming, but I haven't even announced it yet.
I love it. All right. Well, Veronica, where does most of your inspiration come from, I guess?
It's probably a mix of sometimes it just it just happens. But I will say that like as far as like my contemporary like bad boys and bully stories go, I was addicted to CW stories growing up. All of the CW shows, Veronica Mars, Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill, all of them, like lived and breathed those shows. Loved them. I loved the drama and the how they framed new adult problems. Loved it. So a lot of inspiration for my contemporary stories come from that. Music is another big one. Sometimes I'll just hear a song and just be like, oh, okay, that line is, this whole sprawling world that needs to happen. And art sometimes too. So, like sometimes I'll like randomly see like a color, or just like when I'm working on art, I like to paint a lot. Then I'll like randomly get like an idea off of that. I don't know.
Cool. I love that.
Yeah, I do. That's awesome. Where is your favorite place to write?
Right now, my office. I do sometimes go through phases where like I need to move around. So like I've spent long periods of time writing books at my dining table. I'll write in bed. I've got this little like free write thing, so I can like take it in bed, and it's like a nice
little. Cool.
That is cool.
I love this thing, and it's so lightweight. It's like lighter than my iPad. And it's fantastic to be able, like, when I do get in the mood to be like, okay, I need to go, like, hunker down somewhere and gremlin away. So bedroom, couch sometimes, but mostly office.
Awesome. I love it. Your office looks nice and organized and cute, too.
I was like, oh, I'm going on. I better, like, I cleaned it off, since the summertime.
I was like, it looks so nice. Mine's just, like, bare walls and, like, this pipe right now.
I'll like,
Ignore it. I look like I am in a dungeon. I belong on that show.
How you like this pipe?
Oh, what is your favorite form of social media in order to talk with your readers on?
Instagram, hands down. TikTok is fun, but Instagram has been my home since the Instagram app started.
I do like Instagram, yeah. And obviously yours is very beautiful and all set up nicely.
With my graphic designer and like photography background, I just think like that is like how I like to communicate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And where can author or readers see you this year? Are you going to be doing some signings, more signings?
Yes. So I'll go in order. So in April, I'll be in Tulsa for the author Hard Rock event. In June, I'll be at NOLA for Romancing NOLA. So we can all hang out. So then September, I'll be in Chicago for the Allure audiobook event. And then back in November, I'll be back to Shameless. It's a very packed year. And on top of that, I'm trying to release 8 books this year.
Wow.
We'll see how that goes.
Hey, man, you can do it. You just seem so organized.
Yeah, as long as like if I can get my headphones in and like zone out, then it's no problem.
Yeah. What's your favorite way to travel to all these different events? Are you drive? Do you fly?
It just depends how far it is for me. Like Shameless, I drove because I live in Jacksonville, so that's only like a couple hours drive. My mom actually came with me. I don't know if you guys met her when you were there, but she flew down and we drove down together. For NOLA, I'll probably drive because we're gonna rent a house, and then for the others, I'll probably fly because that's far from me.
Awesome.
Paw Patrol.
like how she just kind of
my life. Hi. You say hi at least if you're gonna be in here. She has a hard time when I'm away.
How old is she?
She is 3. And my kids got COVID this past week, so they've been sick and not feeling the greatest. And
wanting the cuddles.
Wanting cuddles a little. It's hard. I mean, I can't say no to cuddles. So
yeah.
Well, also, to be fair, why didn't you turn on Encantino? Okay, that's like way catchier. Well, okay, Paw Patrol does have a pretty sing. I do kind of like that theme song. You there on the double? Have you watched the movie?
A what?
Did y'all watch the Paw Patrol movie?
Oh yes, we've seen the Paw Patrol movie. We saw the new Clifford movie. I mean, we just watched Raya and the Last Dragons again. We watched Encanto. We did.
Was it Encanto? Wait, did you say
Encanto? How do you say it?
I've been saying
Encanto.
Encanto?
Oh, I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
I thought it was Encanto. I was like,
that Encantino movie.
that movie with the really colorful house.
Yeah, that house. The casa? What do they call it? The casita? Casita is anything. I'm sorry, I can't pronounce anything. But I like it.
It's so good. It comes on and dance.
Oh my gosh! Like, why can't I just have a house that's alive and cleans itself? And also, like,
I make writing books so much easier.
Right?
Like, I wanted that house so bad.
Thankfully, my husband does most of that for me. He keeps me fed and watered.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I love it.
Love it.
I have a this or that for New Year's. And with my kids coming in here, I hit the wrong button. So now I gotta try to find it again.
It's okay, Ashton. It's okay.
It's our first one back, right? It was a little grace after.
It's okay.
It's still the holidays-ish. So it's like, January and December just don't count. They're just, they're just kind of like gray zones.
It's like figure everything out time.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, we do improv of singing. We don't talk about Bruno.
Okay. Sounds good.
It was
all right. I found it. All right. So this is New Year's, this or that. So I think it's kind of mostly about what you prefer to do. So this one is appetizers or desserts for New Year's. How do you celebrate?
Desserts.
You there?
Like I like my chips and dip and then my cake. So I don't know. I want both.
Both?
Yeah.
Of course you.
I can never pick one. I can never pick one.
It's hard because it's like, well, you know what? You can have like a dessert cheese plate and then also have some like dessert at the side. So you know what? That's best of both worlds.
Very true. You can. I guess every time I've ever gone to like a party, there's always like appetizers. So I just like assume it's appetizers. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Dancing or singing?
Oh.
How do you do one or the other?
Yeah. I was in choir like all through high school. I was in, theater productions. So
theater?
I swear I'm like one of like the few authors in like the our vast community. Almost everybody are introverted. I am not. I am an extrovert.
I love it. I cannot sing or act, but I've always wanted to do it.
As long as you have fun doing it.
Yes.
I could see you doing some acting, Gail. I can't sing at all. So I would be doing the dancing with the.
No, I had like in college, my theater friends were always like the really cool friends. Like they were like out of nowhere, like they would actually like burst into song or bust out into song, not burst. They didn't like burst. Anyways, but you know what I mean? I told you I can't talk. But it was like always like so much fun. And I had this one friend, like she would make her own costumes.
That's awesome.
Yes. Dude, she would take newspaper. And draw out the pattern and then like make a dress like a Disney character.
Aww,
that's so
cool.
And she was actually one of those people. She was so talented.
That is.
She's like,
I'm so not talented. I do no extra stuff.
You're an author, and that makes you talented.
That's like the extent of my talent. Like doing all the fun, like you guys do. I just can't. I don't know. I don't have that artistic eye for those things. Making up stories and conversations and people in my head, okay.
That is an artistic eye.
But I was like, any type of graphic design, like I just don't have it. Crafts, I can barely do crafts too.
Crafts is like. That's like a league of its own. Like I'm like minimally crafty. Like I used to do like crochet and knitting for fun, and I do like a little bit of like embroidery for fun. But that's about the extent of it. I tried to learn to sew. I kept getting it like stuck on the thing. And it would just be like the thread would just be like all over, and I'm just like, I like it when it just sits still and I make the.
Even that is amazing. I was like, I can't do anything.
Oh, you're so talented.
I know.
No, what I have is ADHD, and so I get fixated. And so every time a fixation comes along, then I learn everything about it until I can do it.
I love it.
Oh, Jill, my wonderful PA says, you're getting better, Ash.
Oh, somebody said they're sorry they're late, V. It doesn't say who it is, but we're so glad you're here.
Yeah, we're so happy. Thanks, everyone. All right, do you guys prefer to see a ball drop or fireworks?
Fireworks.
Yeah,
I
fireworks.
love the fireworks too.
Yeah. Like being from New Jersey, like, people would go to New York to like see the ball drop, and like, no thanks.
Yeah.
That's a lot of people squished in tight.
Yeah.
Usually cold.
Yeah.
Fireworks
Fireworks are so pretty.
Yeah.
I love fireworks. All right. Are you a 9 p.m. or a midnight person?
9 p.m. I was joking with my husband, like, I better make a cup of coffee because usually at 10 o'clock is my bedtime. I get up like really early usually. I used to be a midnight person in college, but not anymore.
I did. I used to be too. I used to be able to do that, and this year I think I fell asleep during the end of a Dexter episode, so I had to rewatch the episode, and I missed New Year's. 2 for 1. I was tired.
To be fair though, New Year's, wasn't that around the time that you were sick? So right,
Yeah.
Haven't COVID hit? So come on.
Yeah, I was recovering. Yeah.
Yeah, I barely made it through New Year's, but now Dexter, I did not fall asleep during Dexter. I love him too much.
I think that just speaks about how sick I was. I fell asleep through Dexter. I missed New Year's. And my husband was still awake when I woke up again. He was still awake watching the show. I'm like, why didn't you wake up?
Yeah, why did you stop it?
He knew you needed your rest.
Wanted to sleep. Yeah. I was like, it's kind of sweet, but I'm kind of
No, if Bobby kept watching Dexter without me, I'd have been like,
I know.
on.
Thankfully,
How
we don't
fun.
have to like suffer through like live TV anymore. And 90% of the time, you can just stream it and just rewind it and play it. Like, thank God for that.
Yeah. We don't have to wait weeks after weeks.
Yeah. Oh
my
my
time
God.
anymore. Yep.
Yeah, personal problems. We suffered so hard.
Like, this is how spoiled I've gotten. It's like I don't even want now to have to wait. Like, I want all the season right there laid out for me.
I refuse to watch it if it's not complete.
Like at my own leisure.
Mm.
But yeah, my kids, like when we tell them about the horrors that we had growing up of having to wait for a show to come on, and then like if you missed it, you missed it. That was it.
There was no pause. There was no rewind.
Yeah, and like
I hope you didn't hear anybody over talking about it the next day.
Yep. We like take turns going to the bathroom and be like, all right, you go. I'll yell if it comes back.
right? Yes. Like they don't get it. They don't get it at all.
No.
It's a different time, man.
Yeah. And it was on at that time. So like you couldn't watch it later. Like you had to watch it then. There wasn't a rerun.
No, every now and then you'd get lucky and there might be a show where you like at midnight again or something, like some random time, or you might could catch it at the crack of dawn. But yeah. I think Power Rangers was the one I struggled with the most because it was like on like right before school.
So,
play chicken with like the bus time to make sure you get it in.
the bus is still
Like,
this
come on,
far
Tree, you
away.
got this. Watch
I used to
it.
play that in college, like to see how long I could watch a show before I have to like be like getting ready to like leave for class. And how much of this 7-hour show can I watch in 20 minutes before I go to class?
I love it. All right, do you like to get dressed up or wear your sweats on New Year's?
I wear my sweats. I'm wearing my sweats now.
Yeah, I wear my sweats now, but we also like if we were gonna go to a party, I'd get dressed up. But COVID and whatnot, we haven't done that in a long time.
Yeah. Every once in a while, I miss getting dressed up to go out somewhere, but then I love to come home and just put my comfies on anyways. So
that is the best part about author life.
Yeah.
Pajamas all the time. Or no pants, whatever.
Whatever you're feeling like.
It's, in Florida. Sometimes we have no pants days in Florida. It gets hot.
Gosh, I'm jealous. It's so cold here. It snowed all day today. All day.
Oh my gosh.
Just constant snow. Roads are terrible. Bad.
We're supposed to get snow tomorrow, and I'm kind of hoping we do. I want snow.
We lucked out so bad. So we drive every time we go up to New Jersey to like visit family. And we came back the 2nd. And that next day was when they had that horrible like snowstorm, like went through like Virginia and everything. And we like had lucked out so bad. Like we ended up running it. It rained all day the day we drove, which was sucky because we ended up having a lot of traffic. We were looking at the news the next day and we were like, oh my God, could you imagine if we waited one more day? We would have been stuck in Virginia for 27 hours.
Oh. All right. Do you prefer playing card games or board games?
Card games.
I'm bad at card games. I like board games, I think. Card games, I feel like there's so many rules. I can't keep up. Is the ace high? Is it low? Is it bad? Is it good? What are we doing?
My papa, like when we grew up with my papa P would like teach us like rummy, whatever it's called. So
rummy?
Yeah, so we would like play that like on the beach or like at our beach at like our shore house. So like that always just comes to mind as like something we would do.
I wish I was good at them. I do. Like I like Uno and I like Phase 10. Like those ones I can handle.
I like well, see, I don't know. I really like Cards Against Humanity. So that's kind of a card game. But yeah, I love Disney Scene It. Like, you want to talk about somebody that plays Fortune? I get so excited. And we just started playing Disney Family Feud. It's the best game ever. It's so much fun. Like, I cannot tell you, like, oh my gosh, like, seriously. It's so good.
Just amazing.
I'm really excited. And Friends Seen It. Friends Seen It is so much fun. I like Friends Seen It. Now, the regular Seen It game with, like, just movies in general, I'm horrible.
Let's do that. One's usually like a lot of like older like classics and like a few like random ones like mixed in, right?
Yeah, it's hard, but you give me a theme, I'm good. I like Friends, Seen It. I haven't done. I think there's a Harry Potter one now, isn't there?
There is. Actually, I almost bought that one the other day because I'm a big Harry Potter person. I will say my family and I were like big players of the game Taboo. So I guess that kind of counts as board game-ish, right? Because it's like more board games. But that was like anytime there's a holiday, whatever we're getting together for, like after dinner we're all playing Taboo, and it gets brutal.
It gets brutal. That's how Monopoly is in our house. That's a brutal one. Sometimes we don't talk after.
Everyone goes to their own separate corner.
Yeah. And like people remember it from the next Christmas. Like, remember last year what you did?
It turns into family grudges.
Yes. And some of my family members are really bad. Like, yeah. My mom is still mad at my husband for making a deal with my dad over a proproperty. And it's like, this was 5 years ago.
A fake property.
I was pregnant with my oldest. I was like, we're done.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
Oh, and Cranium. I like Cranium. That's a fun game too. So I guess I'm board games. I'm bored.
This person, we don't play Monopoly in our house anymore. It doesn't say who you are, Facebook user, but I feel the same. We shouldn't play Monopoly.
I love the ... at the end. It's like,
something happened. I love it. Okay, do you make resolutions or goals?
Goals.
I like goals too. I've changed that over the years. I used to call it like a resolution, but now I'm like, it's too hard. Goals.
Goals are just, well, I don't even make like goals for like personal goals. I just make like business goals because I'm a workaholic. But yeah, goals because I feel like that's something you commit to more and you want to strive for more than a resolution. Because I feel like half the time with resolutions we just lie to ourselves.
Yeah.
You just say it because everyone else is saying it, and new year, new me version. 20 years later.
I've seen that meme before.
Mine's always the same. It's always the same. I've never kept this goal, but it's just I'm gonna get Christmas cards out before New Year's.
Oh, failed hard at that this year. Didn't send them at all. Period. But again, December deadlines. Not conducive to anything holiday related.
Or I'm gonna get pictures put up in my hallway. Mm-hmm. We've lived in this house. I don't even know how long. Mm-hmm. I still have no pictures in my hallway, y'all. Like if you walked in my house, you wouldn't even know if someone lived here.
As an ex-wedding photographer who got married in 2017 and is now 2022, I still don't have a wedding album. My pictures still sit on my little flash drive on my hard drive.
Wow.
All right. That's a lot better.
Especially as a wedding photographer, I feel like that would be like the first thing you would have been doing. Like,
yeah.
And we just never got. We have a couple of our engagement pictures printed out in like cute little canvases, but no wedding pictures printed or in albums. They just went on thank you cards, and that was it. And we haven't looked at them since.
You know what? I love this. Respect, okay? Because I don't have anything up either. I'm not a photographer, but I feel better.
The only thing I usually end up putting up is art, and that's it. And this is only because I was redoing my office anyway. Everything else in our house is just like random. Mm-hmm. And I just don't, again, workaholics, so I don't take time to do it. I should write that down on my goals.
Goals for next year.
Like, seriously, y'all. I have a picture of my niece, nephew, and my girls together. And I have a picture of then when somebody else had kids, another person in the family. And then I have me and Bobby, one of our wedding photos, but only because my niece and nephew were in it. That's kind of like the main reason I have it. There's not even one of just me and him. And then there's a photo of my mom and dad because they gave it to me as a Christmas gift as a joke. It's a really cute little frame. But I went ahead and put it up. So that's it. I take pictures all the time. I have a whole slew of photos. But I've just never got them printed and hung them up.
They just sit on our computers and never go anywhere. So this is definitely going on our goals to make sure that we get our pictures printed out and framed and put up on our walls.
Yes.
No, Bree, you're on top of it. If you have your pictures hung up, you're on top of it.
I'm a hot girl out because I hang pictures. No, you're actually,
No, I hang pictures, Bree. It's okay. You're not alone.
Y'all just love your family enough.
Well, I get mine done, and then it's like they just sit there. I mean, I don't update them every year. So, this year we got an update because there was a baby. So now it won't be touched for years. But it's there.
Yeah.
I have nothing.
All right. My last question is, do you prefer New Year's Eve or New Year's Day?
New Year's Day, because I like the leftovers in the morning. They're all still sitting out there on the counter. You come downstairs, you pour some more champagne and splash of orange juice, and then you take your cheese plate and you go sit in front of the couch.
There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm New Year's Day too, especially because do y'all eat the hog jaw and cabbage?
The what?
Was it? Did you say a hog and cabbage? Is that what you said?
Hog jaw. Do y'all eat hog jaw for New Year's Day?
No.
Y'all seriously don't?
Is that a Greek thing?
No, it's not a Greek thing.
Is it
the hog jaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like bacon.
Okay.
Wow. Well, don't you say bacon?
It's not bacon. It's hog jaw and cabbage.
I've never heard
of that.
It's a New Year's Day thing. Like, it's supposed to bring you good luck.
Where?
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Next year.
Hold on.
Is that a boot heel thing?
Huh?
Is that a boot heel thing? Being in the boot heel?
Everybody get it.
No.
Hold on.
I mean, I do feel your pain because, like, where I grew up around, like, South Philly, like, that's, like, where you get Scrapple, and, like, no one else in the country, like, has Scrapple. Unless you go to a diner and you find a diner who, like, the people worked,
I do like Scrabble. Nobody ever wants to play with me, though.
Yeah, I like Scrabble.
Not Scrabble, Scrapple.
Oh, Scrapple. I thought you said Scrabble. I was like, I love that game.
It's kind of like a sausage, but it's not. It's like the inside of sausage before the casing. But they just fry it up on the griddle.
Gotcha.
It's a thing. You eat
hog. Okay.
In the South. Yes, in the South.
Ah, okay. See, I live in the South, but I'm from the North.
Yes. I'm born and raised in Minnesota. I've never heard of having a hog jowl.
Thick sounds good. I'm gonna try it next year.
Yes, because that's what it's a big deal around here. Like on New Year's Day, everybody gets hog jaw. We get our black-eyed peas, our cabbage. You eat your greens.
I'll try the thick cut bacon. Lost me at the greens.
No, you know what? I feel that because like I do love some collard greens and I do love cabbage. My stepdad would actually probably like go nuts with this. He would love this. He's real big on Southern cooking. Every time they come to visit, they're like, okay, find me the nearest barbecue. Let's go.
Yeah, the restaurants like around, like that's what you go and you eat on New Year's Day. Like it's a thing. It's really good.
It does sound good. I love bacon. So I mean that's like a staple of my breakfasts every Sunday. So
no, now for a Greek thing, because my husband's family is Greek. Now we do the coin cake.
Okay, that important.
So we'll have the coin
sounds
cake.
Good.
Yes, and whoever gets the coin has good luck.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds fun. See, I could do that. That would be fun.
Yeah, we do that. And but usually my mother-in-law cheats. Like she'll always, she'll always,
to your kids,
like mark the cake like where it's at.
She claims she doesn't. Like she swears up and down she doesn't. But I just think it's awful funny that usually my kids or one of the little ones gets the coin. You would think as the mother I would be all for this, but
waiting for your coin.
I feel like if I get good luck, we all get good luck in the family, right? Like,
true. That's true.
So yeah.
I love it.
That's funny. I don't think we don't really do anything like specific between either of our families. We just kind of get up and drink the rest of the champagne and eat whatever's left over.
All right. Well, next year you guys having hog jaw.
Yes. My stepdad will be all over it.
No.
No.
I'm just kidding. It does sound good. Our tradition is just that we do a seafood dinner. Like we just like chill all day, do nothing, and then usually just make like a seafood dinner.
Love that
night. So.
Oh, Bria's like, I've heard of cabbage.
See?
I just thought everybody did it.
She hangs pictures and she's not heard of hog jaw. Like we're friends now.
You found your new bestie after.
Oh, that's funny.
Ashton's gonna ditch me now because I like to eat big bacon.
She said I had coffee for New Year's and everybody got to start the New Year off alive.
Boom. I like that.
Love it. Yeah. I slept in, so everyone was good for the day.
Yeah.
Oh.
Good
I'm
time.
losing my voice.
Oh, no. All that solo parenting over there. Make sure you guys sing along to Paw Patrol.
Oh, yep.
All right. Well, Veronica, thank you so much for being on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me on. It was super fun to hang out and chat.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. I am so excited. I'm really excited we get to see you in New Orleans. Like,
Yes, yes, we're gonna go out and we're gonna go have drinks, and you're gonna show us around New Orleans and show us where this hole in the wall is.
Yes. Yes. I'm gonna ask my husband for sure what the names are. Like, I remember the places, but I never remember names. Like, I'm horrible about that. I'm horrible. Yes. Which I'm probably pronouncing wrong, the name's wrong anyway. So I'll just have him write me a note. And like, I need this place.
Just have it.
He's just gonna give me little cards.
Send it to me. I'll write up an itinerary. I'll make sure that we have a little map and everything, and we know
like
where it is.
color code them so we know what kind of food it is. If it's breakfast. It's fun.
Yeah, but Bobby will have like all kinds of
alcohol.
He'll just like send me with a note pen to y'all.
He knows that's enough now. He'd be like, just take her.
He'd be like, okay, this is where
those little like homing keychains that you can put on the little tile things that can connect to your phone and know like where you've at and where you've gone.
Yeah.
So he can find you later.
Oh my gosh, yes. And I need to I wish Jill was here with us tonight. My friend Jill. Usually sometimes she'll tune in. But we went to a place and she learned a dance at this restaurant. The owner like came out and was talking to us, and they have dancing every now and then. And he took her out and showed her like some kind of dance, and it was like a lot of fun.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. Once again, I have no idea where it was. I was there, And there's photos.
Okay, so your job is to make a list of all the places.
Wait, did you take photos? Like, are there photos on your phone?
Yes.
So go back into your photos if you go like from the photo app, and
They
you
might
can
have
look
the
at the
location
GPS
on
of
there.
like the location of where it was taken.
That's genius.
That's true. Try that.
True.
We're gonna keep like a running list of all these places.
Yes. I need to also just talk to Jill and Bobby and be like, so what did we do when we were in New Orleans? Where did we eat? But anyways, yes. I'm so excited.
Me too.
Can't wait.
And I'll be here before we know it.
What's this pick y'all?
She's gonna be there too. She's also coming to NOLA.
Yes.
If you get too drunk.
On standby. No, she should join us and get drunk with us.
Yeah.
Brie, are you coming? Do you want to get drunk?
She will be.
Ooh, but we probably should have somebody on standby. We're gonna need
We're just gonna have to know for sure where we're staying and what the address is and have that somewhere.
Well, if my husband's there, my husband's usually DD. He doesn't really drink a lot. So
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
my family calls him Designated Roy.
I love it.
I love that so much. Oh, but all right. I'm excited.
Me too. I'm counting down the months, you guys. Counting down the months.
I am too, but I also have like 4 releases that need to be like written before we have that. So I'm like,
That's true. I'm waiting on those two.
Yes. So that's going to be the goal, to have that done so then we can party in NOLA.
yes.
Mm-hmm.
Big plans.
It'd be awesome.
All right.
All right.
Well,
Thank you so much.
everybody, thank you for tuning in.
Yes.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.